I sighed heavily as I pulled into my driveway. Today had been draining. After my therapy session, I picked up my prescription and headed to the waterfront to self-reflect. My anxiety had been peaking for weeks now. The feeling of impending doom washed over me, and it had yet to leave. I thought some time by the water would mellow me out because it was my favorite place. Sadly, it hadn't. All I wanted to do was climb into my bed, pull the covers over my head, and sleep. Unfortunately, that wasn't going to be the case. I still needed to cook dinner even though I was not motivated. Part of me just wanted to order takeout and call it a day. However, that would only start an argument with my husband, and I had no energy to argue today. Raymond's annoyance at me seemed to spike whenever I came home from a therapy session. I felt like he was looking to pick a fight when I was the most vulnerable. It was a horrible thing to feel like my husband couldn't stand me at times. Things weren't always like this. Once upon a time, he was the most loving and caring man. He dated me with purpose and intention. I moved out of my parents' house and into his to fall straight into my role as a housewife. Raymond was 10 years older than me. I met him when I was 20 and he was 30. My parents hadn't been a fan of our age difference. In their mind, a 30-year-old had nothing in common with a 20-year-old. I didn't care. He wasn't anything like the guys my age. He moved differently. He showed me different, and that made me want him more. He knew what he wanted: to flourish in his career as a cardiothoracic surgeon and have a beautiful family. I was fine with that. I could handle being a wife and mother. I'd watched my mother do it my entire life. My father took care of the bills, and she took care of the home. That was easy enough. Until it wasn't. Now I was barely hanging on by a thread. Reluctantly, I grabbed my things and stepped out of the car. As I made my way up the driveway, I noticed a pile of suitcases on the front lawn. A frown of confusion settled on my face when I realized that they belonged to me.